Hey everybody, this is Matt. In this video lesson I'm going to be teaching you about double bass. And this is sort of an intro to double bass. So if you're expecting to see some blistering speed metal bass drum playing, this is not the video for you. This is strictly an intro to double bass. This was a requested video from a friend of mine. So just going to show you how to get going, some things to practice, some ways to practice, and I'll try and show you some songs too where double kicks fit, because it's not going to fit in every song. If you're playing a ballad, you can't really do double bass. It'll ruin the song. Same with most jazz. Can't use double bass in jazz. Double kicks are usually used in rock, metal. So I'm going to move the camera to the feet so you can get a view of the feet, so you can see how I position my feet on the footboards. So let me move the camera and we'll get right to it. Okay, camera's on the feet now. Just for starters, just want you, well, you can probably see that I play with heel up. I think you get more power that way. You have a little more freedom. You can achieve the double bounces with one foot, playing with your heel up. That's just me. That's a matter of personal preference. But that's just how I've always played. Another thing, I try to make a conscious effort. I know I don't do it all the time, but I try to, when I hit the bass drum, I try to drop my heel just to let the beater come off the head, so the head's not digging into the beater. I think that may kill some of the resonance of the drum, and it'll probably shorten the life of your head too if you're constantly digging the beater into the head. So I try to make an effort to, just kind of, let the beater come off the head a little bit. Okay? So let me just show you some exercises if you're just getting started using a second bass drum pedal. I've got a metronome here, and I think that is just invaluable to practice with. It's going to help with your timing, and just a good thing to have. So I got this set at about 120, and what I like to do, just play a straight beat with your hands, nothing fancy, and maybe do just straights with one foot, and then bring in your other foot from time to time. So let me just let you hear what that sounds like. Something like that. That just gets you used to bringing your other foot into play if you're used to playing with just one foot. Okay? Another thing, you can play a slightly different pattern with your right foot and then just bring in the double kick occasionally. Something like this. That's another good way to practice. Something that I like to work on is doing triplets with the feet. And how I do that is get a double bounce with your right foot, and to do that you basically just kind of slide back on the pedal a little bit and just push forward. And you're going to get a double bounce. It's going to take a little practice, but you will get it with time. Okay? So that's the first part. The second part is just follow up that with your left foot. So it's right, right, left. Okay. So you can practice beats like this. comes out sounding pretty cool. So those are just some things to practice, just getting your left foot, you know, incorporated in your playing if you're not used to playing with a second kick. Those are just, you know, I found those are some pretty good exercises. And you know, you can even just practice just straight notes with your left foot, just to you build up strength. Just do this. Alternate between feet. Something like that. So now let me just run through a couple of examples of songs just to show you how double kicks are implemented in music. Okay, the first one I found first one I came to was Dream Theater from Images and Words, the song Pull Me Under. It's not too fast, but the double kick part kind of fits the music. And that's kind of the key, like I was saying before. The reason why you'd bring double kicks in is only if it fits. Like I said, you can't play a soft rock song, a ballad, jazz, anything like that and expect to use a double bass. It's just not going to fit. But rock and progressive rock and metal, it really fits, and a lot of times you can actually sort of double what the guitar's doing with your feet. And that tends to really sound cool. A lot of metal bands do that, and I really like it. But let me just let you hear this one example from Pull Me Under, just to let you hear what the kick drum part sounds like. And it's a good idea if you're just starting out with using a double kick pedal, is to just listen to a lot of different bands that feature that. A lot of progressive rock, a lot of metal. Of course, to play metal it's going to take a while to build up speed. You know, you got to start slow and just slowly work your way up to those blazing fast speeds that those guys play. I can't do that anymore. I used to could play pretty fast, but I can't go that fast anymore. But let me just let you hear this example from Dream Theater, and I'll try to play along if I remember how the song goes. So forth. Kind of messed up there a little bit. Hadn't played that song in years, but that, you know, that's a good example of the use of double kicks, sort of mimicking what the guitar's doing and just providing a little more interesting beat than just a straight-ahead rock pattern. All right. So let me move on to example number 2. Okay, this next example is from Steve Morse and his album High Tension Wires. The song is called Too Many Notes. It's a double bass shuffle, and to play a double bass shuffle, it's a triplet, but you only play the first and third notes of the triplet. So it's triple, 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 triple. So in a beat, you would go. Okay? So I'll let you hear what that sounds like. Oh, and one other thing in this song too, you can practice, if you're playing something with your hands, you can mimic it with your feet. So let me let you hear that part first. So that's the feet and hands kind of working in unison together, and then here comes the shuffle. Alright, so that's a double bass shuffle. That's a good one. That's a really good one to practice. A lot of, well, Steve Morse, you know, drags, that type music, double bass shuffles tend to fit. So that's another good one to work on. Alright, so let's move on to the next example. Okay, this next example I'm going to show you is from Seven Dust, from the album Seasons. It's the song called Enemy. And this is not the actual beat that's in the song that I'm going to be playing, but this just gives an example of how you can sort of implement a double kick to make a beat sound pretty cool if it kind of, you know, matches what the guitar's doing. So I'm just going to play the song, and I'm going to add in, you know, a little extra on the feet just to make it sound neat, but it'll give you an idea of, you know, what you can do. Something like that. So there's a lot of things you can do with feet, but the key is to practice and start off slowly, and speed will come in time, power will come in time, endurance, you know, it just takes a while, so be patient, but you know, hopefully some of these ideas are helpful, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks.